Good evening. This is the weekly Polk County Fire Rescue Update video briefing. Today is August 31st, 2017, and let's get right into it. First, I'd like to talk about some scheduled events coming up. The first one, of course, is I want to remind everybody that staff meeting is Wednesday mornings at the Bryce Annex at 8:45 in the morning. Now, the next stuff come up is pretty important. Beginning Tuesday, September 5th, that AHA recertification begins at PSC Center for Public Safety. They're going to conduct it 4 days a week. It begins at 9:30 in the morning, goes all day long, so bring a lunch. Now, you got to have the pretest completed prior to attending. The C in the big red letters, do it now, and bring your certificate when you're scheduled to come to prove that you've got a score 70 or better to class. Now, the reason we say doing it now is because if you're scheduled for 3 weeks from now and tomorrow or the next day somebody's sick or can't come in, they're going to turn around and try to get somebody from one of the other ambulances to come in, one of the other units to come in. So be ready to come there. Best to do it and get it done with now, get that pretest completed. Also, the medics are going to be doing CPR, ACLS, and PALS refresher, and the EMTs will be doing CPR and a BLS skills refresher for the remainder of the day. Very important, a big undertaking getting it all done. Some reminders and updates. We now have the clerical section fully staffed here at Fire Admin. Just as kind of a shifting of some duties, and for some of you may know or may not know, facilities requests, they go to Elsa. Just send her an email, let her know the facilities request. And first report of injuries now go to Ashley. She takes care of all those. One of the things Ashley asked me to mention on this briefing was the fact that a lot of times the supervisors will sign their quick signature name on there, and she can't determine who you are. So make sure that you sign it either legibly. The best thing too is put your ID number out beside that so she can cross-check and make sure that she's got the right person. Very, very, very important. Also, the next round of blue cards has been assigned. Chief Link has asked me to bring this up. The next 50 captains must be completed the online portion before the practical is scheduled. I'm going through it now myself, so I know it's a pretty arduous deal, but you got to have that online portion created before you get scheduled to go over for that. So that's kind of it's an arduous process, but get on it. The aerial class at Ridge, I believe the word out is that it's going to be it's kind of full, or it's getting full, or is full. So you will receive or have received an email confirming your spot. If not, if you haven't received that email confirming that you're in the class, you got to wait for a future class, because again, some of these classes are filling up pretty quick. I'd like to also mention a new employee that we have at our admin. I told you our ranks were rounded out here as far as the clerical ladies here. Elmi Martinez. Elmi's, if you call in here, chances are she's going to answer the phone. She's not away. But this is Elmi, a great addition to the team here. So just welcome her the next time you see her. Just wanted you to be able to put a face with a voice over the phone. Got a couple special reminders, and a couple of them are continuing going on. One of them is not, so stay tuned for the last one. All members are required to carry their driver's license with them at all times, and it is a state law. The law enforcement officers will give you a ticket if you if they need it and you don't have it with you. Paramedics and EMTs must also carry their respective licenses on their persons too. The last thing that we're talking about today is the LPD video that's in the news of the where they were speeding back. A few of them were speeding back from the training, or the competition they had up with regards to the K9. Now, been asked to hit this pretty hard to let everyone know. The thing about that is the way they got discovered was somebody saw them speeding and called and said, hey, what's going on? And one thing led to another, and that's how the news got a hold of this stuff. And the overarching lesson to understand is, we want everybody to be safe. You know, I don't know, people are out there, and driving is a large part of what we do, but just be aware that the driving is much under scrutiny, constant scrutiny by the public and by other folks. And these folks were, the LPD folks were way up in the north part of the state, not around here. But I guess some of them were marked units, and somebody called in on them. So anyway, we just want to remind everybody that your driving is under constant scrutiny by the public and by, risk management by us, frankly, the administrative staff here. We want to make sure everybody's safe. So just be aware of the consequences that some of our, highly visible activities can cause in the public, and just be aware of that stuff. Well, we've come to the end. I don't have anything else for everybody today. Again, if you have questions and stuff, and I'll try to answer them by email if you send them to me, and if I think that a lot of people don't know, I'll put them on some of the videos. But Rick Parnell at polk-county.net is the best way to get a hold of me, or through the Facebook page. I kind of monitor that stuff. Until the next time, you guys be safe out there, and we'll talk to you in the future.